All right. Well, welcome to session number 6 of Horizons of the Vast, our Starfinder um, Adventure Path playthrough. While I turn down the Sirenscape just a little bit, does one of you guys want to give a recap of what happened last time?
Get it, Doc.
So, you guys, yeah, go back. There we go. Um, guys, basically, as you guys were getting ready to go um, out exploring again, when you guys heard a ship coming in. So you guys went to go check it out, and or sorry, no, you were stopped by a Lashunta male named Nahamel first, and he said he had a little issue. And he sat down this little cage on the table because I think you guys were at like the cantina, tavern, bar, whatever you want to call it. And he said he found this little centipede crab-like creature, and he wanted you guys, knowing that you're the kind of the muscle behind the settlement, to go and take care of this issue before this spread. So you guys went to his house, which is where like the scrapyard, junkyard is located. He said that there were 3 more of these creatures, he thought, and some little round like creature. And he let you guys into the junkyard, kind of went back inside, and yeah, you guys, as Orlek was inspecting one of the piles, one of these creatures jumped out at him. Luckily, you guys were kind of on edge to begin with, so they surprised you, but not to the point where they got the jump on you. But you fought these creatures real quick, dispatched them all, and he gave you a radiation module for armor. He said that it might not be used to you now, but it could be used to you later, or you could sell it, or whatever you want to do with it. And after that, I believe you were walking back kind of towards the center of town, getting ready to leave, and then that's when the ship came in, and it dropped off your brand new exploration truck and a few new colonists. And as you guys were getting ready to like load up the truck, checking it out, a little Isoki by the name of Astraka came up to you, elderly, and he is the settlement's therapist counselor, and he said that 2 of the colonists were having a dispute about some electrical issues. Neither one of them was getting the power that they were promised, and blaming the other for breaking this little agreement that they had come to. So he wanted you to go check it out. You guys went over to their house, talked to Ilsynth, the android female, and she said that yeah, the junction box was around back. She kind of traced it at least along. It was somewhere in the distribution system. It wasn't the power plant itself. It was somewhere between the power plant and the house. So you checked the system. It looked good all the way to the junction box. So you narrowed it down between the junction box to the house. So as you guys went back behind, Orlike and Canis kind of went to go check it out. And as Canis opened up the junction box, this creature kind of coiled up, almost wyvern-like in nature, where it's got this long, like snake-like body, or I guess it would be, I don't even know how you pronounce it, like the amphisphere. It's snake-like body with wings, no legs. So that's basically what this creature looks like. It's got that like, reptilian style head, small leathery wings, this snake-like body that's 3 or so feet. But yeah, as soon as Canis opened that door, it just and lunged out at him. So before we actually get into combat here, I'm going to need perception checks to see if there's a surprise round, 1, and 2, if anybody gets to act in it. 16, okay. Ooh.
15.
15. 13. I gotta scroll down to Canis's here. Ooh. 20. Just let me see what this guy's stealth is. So basically the way that this works is you're rolling your perception against his stealth. And if you beat his stealth, you get to act in the surprise round, which none of you did.
Ooh.
I rolled a natural 20 with a plus 12 to stealth for a 32. So, yeah. So basically, yeah, it was just the case where he opened the door and this thing just reaches out and it's going to. So, let's roll initiative. And basically, its first thing is it's just going to attack Canis. But I'll have everybody roll initiative before we resolve that real quick. So we're on the list. 22.
Nat 20 for 24.
So I just thought of an idea today for in a reward for getting a natural 20 on initiative. And that you would get advantage on your first turn of things.
Nice.
And I also rolled another natural 20 for this creature.
Jeez.
And Canis with bringing up the rear with a 6 total, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so just writing down this guy's HP. And yeah, surprise round. So you guys are flat-footed, so it's a -2 to your AC. But basically, it's not going to be a problem because it's just going to reach out and try to bite Canis. Sorry. It's not going to bite. It just, you see it like bring up its tail and just slap out at him. Yeah, that's a hit. That's a natural 19 for 7 points of damage. And so through the surprise round, we need to roll off because we tied. 16.
Another natural 20.
Nice. So you get to go first. And even though advantage technically isn't a thing in Starfinder, I'll allow it.
Okay. A little frightened from the creature jumping out, going after Canis. Orlike is going to back up. Just a second. Oh, yeah. I'll back up my full 30 feet, I believe.
And the little black, like, half-wall things are their houses, just so you guys kind of get an idea of the surrounding. This way?
I was thinking that way.
30?
Yeah. And then I will do herring fire for Canis or whoever it attacks. It's First one's a natural 18.
Yep.
So
So I forget. Is that that's +2 to hit or +2 against AC?
not a nat 20. +2 to AC.
Okay.
And he'll just yell out, "Get out of there, Canis!"
I'll try to. It is this creature's turn. Just want to see one thing here. Okay. You see, as it's kind of like from like within, you see this kind of like bluish glow like through its belly, and then just like, and you just see this electricity shoot out towards Canis. He has to make a reflex save for half damage. It's my best save. That'll do a 17, so that's good enough. So half the damage, and I am not staggered. So damage right there. So that would have been max damage, but it is reduced to half, so it's 4 points. And he's going to kind of stay where he's at, seeing he's kind of hidden from the rest of the group. Dr. Saint. Dr. Saint, Trudaz, and then Canis. I gotta get some freaking battle music going. $19 is a hit. Okay, yeah, it's still a hit because it's +4 because of soft cover because of Canis, so it's still a hit. So 6 damage. Oops. I say yeah. I say yeah. It's usually not an issue this low level, kind of thing. But yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, Trudaz. I don't know if you're muted, Trevor, or not. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. What's your movement? 30, 35? Oh, yeah, because you got heavy armor. 25 sounds right since you've got heavy armor. Yeah, well 23, that's a hit.
Nice.
7 piercing. Alrighty. Canis is going to throw a grenade at it. No. I got a +2 to AC. I'm going to risk it to get that biscuit. Move back. Go to like right there. However, the creature's going to attack. 11. It's a 20 total. But so that's going to be a hit even with the +2. For 4 points of damage. Into the health points, but I'm still good.
Ooh.
Barely into the HP, so maybe one more attack and I'll be hurting. But I'm going to fire my azimuth laser. Oh, hold on 1 second. I forgot my new ability. It's a standard action. Yeah, I'm just going to fire. Nope. I believe that is like a 10 total. 9 total. So that is a miss for sure. Or like.
I'll move directly towards the house to just kind of hug that wall. Yeah. And then I will take another shot with the skip shot pistol. It'd be a hot 10.
That is a miss. Creature's turn. Wait a second. No, still a miss. Forgot I had -2 AC, but my attack was still a miss. It's going to fly up to... to there, and you guys see again, it kind of... and just... shoot out this electricity kind of in this 10-foot space around it. Reflex saves from Trudaz and Canis. Canis is good with a 17. 19. Okay, so you take half. We take half damage, but no other effects. It is 2 points of electricity. Dr. Saint. Uh, you can. You would know that it doesn't really apply to if you're thinking of like trying to boost their ability to hit something. You don't think it quite has that effect. I think that's just like if they were going to be doing like an engineering or a computers check kind of thing, not necessarily a save or an attack. No, I don't. I don't believe it does. Okay, we'll sprout wings and fly. Yeah, instead of 0 to 100. Okay. 15 is a hit. Six damage. Trudaz, you back? Okay. I have his stats, so he's just gonna he'll step back just a couple spaces here. A little bit of distance between him and it, and gonna fire the squad machine gun. That is an 11, which is still not a hit, even with the -2. Just pow 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 pow, misses. Canis. Guarded step. And fire. That's a miss also. Fucking 5 total. Or like.
I'll scoot up just a little bit to the corner. And I'll just take another shot with the pistol. Maybe. That was a 19.
That is a hit.
For 3 piercing damage.
Still standing, but this thing is hurt. It's going to move over here toward... Oh, since Dr. Sane's kind of been doing the bulk of damage. Maybe not. Actually, no. It's kind of mindless. So he rushes up to you. That was full action to do that. Dr. Saint, Trudaz, I shot for you last turn and you missed. I rolled a 2. All right. So it's a -4. It's -4. Yeah, that's more than enough. I won't even make you roll damage. Yep, it only had 1 hit point left, so you just like laying down underneath of it, just blow the head off. And
or like looks over from afar and says, "Whoa, nice job, Dr. Payne. Oh, sorry, Dr. Saint."
Canis walks up his furs, standing all on end. Yeah. Oh. He's going. That was really nice. Whoa! Thing hits like a ton of bricks. Yep.
Do we know what this creature is? Like looking up at the I just headless corpse now.
Um, I believe. Let me check one thing. So I can let you know what kind of check to make for it. Um, Mysticism.
What was the check?
Mysticism.
Oh. I do have a class feature. I took Jack of all trades and can use all skills untrained and get a operative's edge bonus.
Nice. I will tell you, it is DC 13. Check.
Natural 17.
Nice. Looking at it, you're like, oh, damn, I didn't think. Like, you remember, like, reading the briefings, and you're like, this never came up on the scans. You're like, this is an electrovore. It's basically, you know that historically these creatures were almost extinct until explorers landed on their home planet, and with these big ships of metal and all this electricity, these electrovores like flocked and stowed away on these ships and have since become like an invasive species everywhere because they don't eat anything. They just basically consume electricity for sustenance.
Nice. Well, I guess that makes sense why we found it where we did.
And as like you guys are kind of like taking a breather and seeing what's going on, both Reese and Stampf come out of their respective homes, and they're both like, I've got power. I've got power." And basically, yeah, they've come out and they're like, you've got power? You have power?" They're, and they like almost vomiting when they see this creature. You guys did that.
Yeah, it's an electrovore.
What the hell's an electrovore?
Let's just say neither of you were at fault during your misguided dispute. And this little critter here was the cause of all your problems.
Well, that's great news. And kind of at that Stamp, he's like, "Well, thanks," and kind of walks off. And Reese says, "Yeah, I gotta give you something for thanks." And about that time, Ilsynth the android comes walking out with her plate of lemonade. "Please have some cool and refreshing lemonade." And then you guys, I'm assuming, take a glass, start sipping on some lemonade. Candace says, a couple minutes later, Reese comes back holding this kind of archaic looking rifle and hands it over, and a box of rounds to go with it. This is an auto target rifle. I made this a while back to kind of help, defend the place, but I think it'll go to better use with you guys. I can always make another one.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah, no, I can't think enough. It sounds like our issue has been solved, and yeah, this is wonderful news. Wonderful news.
Or like puts his glass down. And goes, oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about the lemonade.
Oh,
This is great. This was very nice of you.
I am glad you like the lemonade. It is second made brand.
Sure tastes like first made to me.
Well, we couldn't get our made or minute made here, so we have to settle for seconds made. That I probably could. Ha ha ha. And you guys would know that a big problem with androids, while they may look very human, they do kind of have that trouble of uh, conversing naturally or like reading emotions well.
Or like kind of nudges over to Reese and says, "Hey, do you have a humor upgrade on her?"
You know, he kind of covers her mouth. Uh, I've been trying to install one, but it's kind of hard to tell. Uh, it's only a Mark 1, so she does a lot of really weird knock knock jokes.
Nice, nice.
And then there's a lot of them that she calls little Johnny. A little Johnny or a knock knock joke? Ilsynth, can you tell him one of your little Johnny jokes? Oh, yes. Ha, ha, ha. One day in school, the teacher was trying to tell her children uh, new words and how to spell them and use them in a sentence. She called on little Karen. Karen, can you please use fascinate in a sentence? And the little girl tried and she could not. However, little Johnny was raising his hand in the back. The teacher thought to herself, I can't call him little Johnny, but he is the only one offering a chance to answer this question. Okay, little Johnny, can you use fascinate in a sentence? And little Johnny says, yes. Miss Teacher, my aunt's boobs were so big that she has 10 buttons on her blouse, but she could only fascinate. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Would you like some more lemonade?
Yes, please.
She walks back inside. See, they're not great jokes, but
Solid, solid.
yeah, you guys can hang out here for a little bit. Drink your second round of lemonades, but yeah, Candace is like, yeah, I'm all for going back out and about and exploring, but I may want to take a day to rest just a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, we sleep for the night and I should be good to go.
Yeah, works for me.
With that, though, you guys, I believe it is the end of the month, so we get to go through all of that fun stuff. I gotta find the page in the book here. Oh, I'm too far back.
Is that a long rest then?
Yeah, it would be. So yeah, that's another 100 credits for the end of the week. Long rest. And inventory. Okay, so I got a spreadsheet I can share with you guys, or not a spreadsheet, a PDF that I can share with you later, but I can write on it with this new app I've got. But step 1 of upkeep phase is resource collection. So this is how many resource units you get from this turn. So you guys have a D6 plus 2D4 that you can roll for new resource points. So I don't know if you each want to roll a die.
I'll take a D4.
I'll do the other D4 while Tom's away. 2.
1.
So 3.
Nice.
So 9 total. So you guys are up to 10 resource points. Oh, that's why that's weird. That's better. Pin weight was too much. Step 2, downtime activities, which we can basically skip through as long as we say that somebody wants to perform administrative duties. Which I believe we need to... Where's that at? We are going through our end of the month deal. We get 100 a week, so you guys got another 100. Yeah. So basically, yeah, as long as somebody does administrative duties, we can kind of skip step 2.
Or like I'll do that this time.
Okay. Step 3 is pay upkeep. So your settlement requires supplies and funding. Number of resource units equal to your charter's size. So that is 3 units because you guys own the settlement and you own 2 resource hexes. So if you wish to pay that, let me know.
What was the fee?
3 resource units.
And we have 10.
You have 10 now. If you don't, you increase your unrest by 1d4. And currently, because you guys have been pretty good about it, you were at 0 unrest. So technically,
yeah,
you got. There's a little bit of a buffer before you really have to worry about it. But if you get a few bad rolls, yeah. So you guys are down to 7. Step 4, adjust unrest, which we don't have to do. And we are now at the projects phase. So you guys have 7 units, which that gives you enough that you guys could build, if you have the points, an entertainment quarter, but you guys don't have enough accord for that. Government seat you've already got. Just looking through stuff that's below 7. You guys could build a recharging station, which you guys do not have enough tech skill yet. You could build a religious institution, which you do have enough magic for that. Residential improvements. I believe you guys can build that one. Restaurant quarter you can build. Shopping center, no. Um, and waste disposal, you could. So I think it's like a church, housing improvements, a restaurant, or waste disposal, um, or or you can hold on to them for now and just like purchase another resource hex. It gives you another D4 to roll at the end of the month. That is a one resource unit, I believe. So so yeah, so you got to claim a hex, and so it's one unit to claim a hex, one to build a resource node on it, which you can do both of those in one turn.
So 2 total.
That would leave you with 5. You guys
Works
doing
for
that?
me.
So you guys, it's still too big a font. So you guys now have 1d6 plus 3d4. Currently sitting at 5 resource points. And I need someone to roll me a D100 to check for the event phase to see if something happens. $66. Nothing crazy happens within the settlement. But it does. So every time you guys fail or succeed on the event check, it bumps up the probability of it happening the next month.
Ooh.
Yeah. So currently, basically, so what it is now after this month, you guys are at a 45% chance of an event happening. So if you roll 45 or below on your D100, then one of these events happens.
Kraft, could you tell us what our points are for the charter? Like accord, culture,
Accord 0, culture 0, economy 3, magic 1, technology 1. Which I can screenshot this. I don't think we're going to get another
Got to start boosting that tech if we're going to get that armory.
apparently that how to screenshot it on here is not the same as the iPhone, so I'll have to do it later, and I'll send it to you. So you guys have updated list. But after that, I think Orlek was going to go buy himself a pistol.
Yes.
And if there's anything else you guys wish to grab before you head out,
Could I buy 2 packs of charges as well?
oh, some batteries.
Batteries, yes. Yeah.
Which I think those are 50 a piece.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've got 4 grenades. And I believe I've got 3 or 4. I've got 4 serums of healing, so we should be good on healing if we need it. I've got a spare battery. Okay, so I think so. There is where your settlement is, and yeah, you guys were kind of exploring northwest of here. If you guys would kind of like to continue to do so, I think we decided that with the truck, um, I think it was going to be basically a day to explore a hex.
Oh yeah.
Or no, half. I think it was half the time. So you could do like two prairie or grassland hexes in a day, and then it'd be, I think, a day per forest tile, if I remember right. So I don't know if you guys just want to keep kind of doing the same thing you did, where you maybe move out to like here. I think kind of like, okay. Just let me get to the correct page for this shit. There we go. Okay, so you guys take off. Um, I need somebody to roll just a d20, straight d20. As you guys pull into this grassland, pretty flat. There's a few trees, kind of, but yeah, it's just bordering this lake. Yeah, you see a few deer-like creatures kind of roaming around. 4. Yeah. Anytime you guys kind of get close to any wildlife, it scares them off the truck. So you guys quickly explore here. Do you guys want to head up, continue northwest into that next tile? Sorry, that'd be southwest. So yeah, you guys take off. I need another d20 roll. I guess we can kind of just go around the horn. Yeah, whoever. Connor.
9.
9. Still good. Anytime you guys get close to anything, it kind of just fricks right on off. Nothing too serious to worry about. But yeah, you guys have explored that hex. Take your time to rest. So long rest. Canis will use it because I'm still down just a couple HP. But yeah, you guys then wake up in the morning, buzz on over to that tile with the river. Check one thing. Okay. And Trudaz, I'll have you roll d20. 19. As you guys are kind of rolling along, You walk up and you stop right along the edge of this riverbank to kind of, refill some canteens for a bit. And you guys look up and see, like, just kind of peeking up out of the reeds, this, like, little fox-like creature. And it's just, like, looking at you. And all of a sudden you see another one, and, like, three or four more. And they see you kind of stopped in there, like, you're eating also. And there's... and they start running after you. I'll have to do that in a second, but until then, I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
$20, not natural.
Oh, I can't reach those.
As we've been driving around these hexes, has it sort of just been like a Chevy or Ford truck commercial? Us just cruising over terrain?
I'm thinking... Oh, God. I'm trying to think how that one goes. I was thinking... the first one that came to mind was... Okay, I say, yeah, the first one that was coming to mind was... for me, was A Whole Lot of Love. Just... dun 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 dun. Yeah.
Just...
I can dig it. Canis. Big ol' +1 for a 13.
Riding into battle, Trudaz is definitely hanging on the outside. With
Yes.
the gun.
Canis is on the other side, mouth open, tongue hanging out, just slobber. Okay, come on, load. Oh no! If that's the case, then it's got to be fucking CCR playing. Somebody's ball, where to fly? Aviators and a green wife beater on. These guys have... All right, Trudaz, you are up first. Trudaz, Orlike, Dr. Saint, Canis, and this swarm. Now that you guys kind of have things to, yeah. Because the last time you tried fighting these things, you guys couldn't injure them. Even though you weren't 100% sure why, you just knew that you couldn't target an individual one of the creatures. Oh, I gotta get my music. All right, yeah. Trudaz, you were up first. Correct. Yes. Yeah, I forget how much you. Yeah, let me pull open core rulebook. Where the hell is automatic page 180? Automatic. When you make a full attack with a weapon in auto mode, you can attack in a cone with a range of half the weapon's range increment. Uses all the weapon's remaining ammunition. Roll one attack against each target, starting with those closest to you. Yeah, so um let me see. Yeah. So for the purpose of automatic fire, the swarm, this is swarm defenses, counts as 5 targets. Yeah, so roll. I think you roll 5 times to hit. No, I think you have to have. Hold on, let me see this. For the purpose of automatic fire, swarm counts as 5 targets. I think it's saying that yeah, you have to, as long as you can hit 5 targets, so you need 10 rounds of ammunition. It only does because it's still one. I think it's saying. I think it's saying yeah, you spend an entire clip to damage it once. That's how I'm reading it. Because it's saying. So yeah, so for example, if an automatic attack is made using 12 rounds of ammunition, it can attack a maximum of 6 targets, so it can damage a swarm normally. However, if 2 other targets are closer than the swarm, they must be attacked first, leaving only 4 attacks to the target swarm, so it takes no damage. So I still think it does regular damage. You just have to have an auto attack that uses at least 10 rounds of ammunition. I think it works better if you're shooting at multiple enemies, but not a swarm. Because then you roll against each creature, but you only roll damage once. But that damage applies to each creature that you hit. Um, they are like 28, so they're hittable. 15 is a hit. Ooh, fucking. All right. So you like and you see like a couple of them fall to the ground dead.
Nice.
Or like.
So since I can't attack them with the weapons I have, can I still do like herring fire?
I would say so. I don't think there's anything against that.
Okay. I'll kind of walk over to the left a little bit. And with my one free hand, just kind of like snap my fingers and go, hey, over here, over here. And I'll just kind of fire at them.
All right.
To try and distract them so that someone else can get +2. That's a 10.
10. They, like, you see like one kind of look at you, but they're kind of more focused on the group at large. Dr. Saint. Okay. You go to fire and just and like just goes through them. Yeah. Because there's just so many of these. I don't have a miniature that has like 15 of these little creatures. It's very, very difficult to hit one individual one of these creatures. Which you would know that ahead of time because you guys have faced these guys before. If an attack targets an individual creature, then it's an automatic miss. Spells. Yeah, basically spells, automatic fire if you can do that. Um, that's kind of it. Okay. Head right there.
Middle of a battle and he's shooting up.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out. I did buy a grenade. I'm just trying to figure out what the save for it is.
Orlight starts looking around and like checking underneath his feet. The hell is that?
Oh, you smell like Dookie. All right. Grenade. Here we go. DC, the save is equal to 10 plus half the level plus dex modifier. Okay, so Canis pulls out a frag grenade, throws it. So DC 10, 1 It's a level 1 item, I believe. So 11 plus my dexterity is +1, so it's a 12 DC 12 for half damage, I believe. But first, DC 5 to hit the spot. Yeah, natural 12. And reflex. Okay. 12. Reflex 12. Natty 12. So half the damage. Which is a d6. 5, so 2 points. Okay. It is Swarm's turn. They're just gonna kind of run up and like scratch and bite. Seeing the big target. Oh crap! Oh no! That is a miss. A 6. So yeah, they try to bite at you, True Daz, but your armor's holding up pretty well against them. It is your turn though. I think if you have certain skills, I think it's maybe you can do it as a movement. Let me see. Reload. How is reload not in? What the hell? Reload is not in the back of the index. Oh, okay. Okay. Or like,
Is this tree by me 20 feet tall or less?
sure.
All right. I'll use my climb speed to climb to the top of the tree. And then would you say 50 feet away?
It's probably 40, maybe.
Okay. I'll try another herring fire against the swarm. That is a 22.
That is a successful attack. Dr. Saint. Yes, that does, because it doesn't actually damage them. It just gives the next person a +2 to hit. Okay. So roll an attack, DC 15 to hit that. 9.
You would technically have a +2
Yeah.
from my herring fire on that.
Yeah.
Still short.
Canis, Hmm. Fuck it. Throws an incendiary grenade. Yep. That one is going to be a DC 13. That is a fail that time. So full. I'm throwing it far enough away that it's not going to hit you. That is 4 points. And it is burning. Nice. So I think at the end of its turn, let me see, does this have burning in here? Take the least listed fire damage each round must be extinguished to end the condition. So basically on its turn, we'll say it takes burning damage, which it is its turn. 2 points of fire. Seeing that it's on fire, it's just going to scamper away into the grass.
Nice.
Getting the hell out of Dodge. You get the idea that it bit off a little more than it could chew.
And stay out.
We might stock up on a little more grenades next time around. Maybe some heavier duty ones.
Yeah, those were handy.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're only on day 2 of this journey. I mean, granted, we are a day and a half from camp, but
True Dad's just unloading on a pack of foxes. Now, half of them were blanks, but still.
it was a 15 hit. Yeah. The 15 hit just a little over, just barely so. Oh. Cheaters. I think it'll work 100 times better if you're firing at a bunch of people versus. Yeah. Oof. Okay, so we'll say with that encounter that takes you guys kind of a day to recoup and get for that. So day 3, I'm assuming you guys continue on to here.
Yeah.
And kind of adjust the camera just a little bit. I mean, I guess I don't see why you couldn't. Uh, yeah. Like fucking Borderlands running over skags. Yeah, I need somebody to roll a d20. I guess it would be me. 10. Smooth sailing. You guys take a few minutes of the day to go fishing, maybe, or something. But just gentle rolling hills. Nothing too serious. You guys chart out some areas of interest.
Nice.
And the second half of the day, move into here, and it's kind of where this river meets and forms this little island out into the lake. And this hex contains a staggering variety of tough plants and native animals. Here, the region's largest river empties into this lake. Water moves slowly inside the wide river mouth. Reeds, cattails, and lily pads thrive in the tranquil waters. You see a bunch of 3-legged cranes with these opalescent feathers and oversized black crests on their head as they're kind of like standing in the water. You see them like hit their head down and they pull up this like 6-legged frog creature. You see one shoot down and pull up a little fish, or they'll nabbing, these weird dragonfly-like creatures out of the air. You see large terrestrial animals, lynxicutes, which you guys have seen before, smaller cat-like creatures, but one you guys haven't seen yet. The best way to describe it is a bear with antlers.
Oh.
And just kind of like at the water's edge, and you see one bite down and pull up, a fish, and kind of like waddle on over the shoreline. You see him kind of lay down and start eating it. He kind of like they look up at you, but don't really pay any mind to you.
Hey, Doc, you ever seen one of those before?
Make I believe this is a life science. Let me double check. Yeah, life science. Natural. You haven't, but you're like, it seems like some kind of stag bear. But you're like, no, I don't remember this on the briefing. You're like, I don't remember this in any of my xenobiology classes. Yes. You see Al Gore run up. Whoosh! Super cereal, guys. Man Bear Pig is real. And he runs off into the reeds on the far side of the river mouth. They also seem to be kind of avoiding that central area. Like you'll see one start to like walk over and he'll like kind of step and then like back off a little bit and kind of go around it. And yeah, you see these frogs, some with 6 legs, some with like 8 legs. And just kind of like splash into the water as you guys kind of like drive up. Some of the times you think you get the truck stuck, but kind of give it a little bit of... Actually, I'll have you make a piloting check to see if you can get this bitch out. Like you sink the tires in.
21.
Oh, yeah, you guys are just like a fucking Jeep commercial. You guys just crash in, the water sprays up on the sides. True Daz just has to wipe the mud off of his face as he's hanging onto the side. Um, Shockingly, no. Yeah. Uh, yeah. You guys see a series of flat stone ridges running through a section of the delta, creating this like natural pier out into the lake. Uh, Large trees kind of grow along the sides of this pier and covered with vines and eye-catching flowers. Like these flowers, you've seen some flowers on your journeys, but nothing quite like these. They're just like super vibrant, like this of like whites and blues, and they've just got this. I'm trying to think of a good, maybe like an orchid type, like petals.
Is this pier like it's on our way? Like we're passing by it?
Yeah, so like if you're say you kind of guys are kind of driving around here, it would be kind of on your left. So it's
Okay.
more out. Can't quite see it because of true depth, but it's kind of out into the lake out here, almost in this next hex.
Would it be a huge detour to like drive up to the edge of the peak?
You couldn't get to it because of the river, but you guys could, yeah, effectively swim kind of over there. Make a perception. Canis will attempt that as well. Uh, Canis had a 22. So yeah, you guys by both kind of scouting it out. You guys stop the truck and hop up on top of it, kind of scouting the area. You don't really notice anything of danger. Yeah, you see this quote unquote stag bears around, but they don't seem to be going to this island. And like looking closely, it looks like it's just super like muddy up there. So you're probably like, oh well, yeah, they probably don't want to go over there because they might, maybe not get stuck, but it's uncomfortable terrain. I mean, yeah, we could at least catalog the flower and see if it's worth anything.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
it's got some kind of medicinal properties here that you can check out there, doctor. So yeah, we'll say you guys. You guys would probably have to swim or like and Dr. Saint, but Trudaz and Canis, like stepping through at the deepest part, it kind of gets to like chest high. Or like you want to raid?
I'm doing a forearm butterfly stroke.
He looks like Mikhail Phelps, the old Kasathan Olympian. But yeah, it takes you a few minutes to get across. But you guys, yeah, get up on that little uh, island, and yeah, the ground is super soft, reeds and grasses all over the place. A few trees, kind of hanging out over the. But yeah, you see these these flowers, and then like this piece of shale that extends out over the water.
We
And then
take
yeah,
it.
and the flowers are kind of on the edges of the shale.
Kneel down and take a look at one.
Yeah. I'll have you make a perception check while you're down there. But yeah, it looks to you like white with like blue flecks of like an orchid almost.
Okay. 12 on the perception.
12. Um, you like looking down, you see uh this shininess in these flowers, like that you didn't notice from further away. Like you at first you think it's like sunlight glittering off of it, but you're looking at it again and like a cloud goes over and then but you still see that like flickering almost.
I'll I'll kind of wave with two of my other hands and say, "Hey, come over here for a second, guys." And I'll just like hold up the flower to everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Try to like point out the.
Are you like leaving it on the vine or are you gonna pull it off?
I'm guessing I probably would have just pulled it off.
Yeah. So yeah, you hand it out and yeah, it's got these two like shimmering pistols coming out of the middle of it. Um and yeah, I'll have you guys make we'll call it a mysticism check on this.
11.
11. Looking at it, you're not quite sure. You're like, there's something special about this. It just gives off that vibe. But you guys just aren't familiar enough with, and it's like this odd, like you don't get the feeling that it's like a natural thing. But you guys are just not quite familiar enough with, you know, yeah, magical. This planet is new to you guys, so like. But as you guys are kind of like looking around, I'm assuming maybe collecting a few samples to take back. Um, you guys hear a bloop kind of in the water, and you see like a ripple out in the lake. By the time you guys look up at it, it's probably 2 feet in diameter.
Does it look like it was in the? No, never.
Or are you thinking like a frog jumping out kind of thing?
I was thinking of that spot we'd crossed earlier, where there was something like weird in the middle, but that was part of the river.
Oh,
Never mind.
yeah, and you guys are kind of like maybe it's a frog kind of thing, and then you guys are kind of collecting more samples. Bloop. And look out, and you see another ripple. Okay. I'll have you guys make a perception check now that you're actually looking for it.
I'll keep picking flowers.
23. 14. You guys both see it, and like a little bit of water raises up in the center, and then just whoop, and then the ripples go out. Like you don't see anything jump in. It's like something came up, like still under the surface tension of the water, and then went back down. Not on this side of the island, but yes, you will have to swim back through water. Because if I was to put it on, you know, cardinal coordinate directions, you guys are on the north side of the island, and to get back to your truck, you guys have to swim on like the southeast side. And Candace has got like a handful of flowers. We don't need any more. Sure about it. He's like, I got full. I don't know how many is everybody else grab. And as you guys like are pointing out, you see it happen again. uh no, not really. You don't really notice. So you like take out your data pad, hit the stopwatch, and you're kind of waiting there. And you like hit lap. Hit lap. And it's not it's almost a regular. I mean, it's not like a perfect like 30 seconds each time, but it might be like 25 here, 45 this time, 30 this time. Yeah. Make a perception, or if you're checking for magic, make mysticism. 11. Like looking out, I mean, the water is like crystal clear. Or I mean not crystal clear, but it's pretty clear. It's not like not Rathbun level dirty or you know. Um but yeah, you don't like see a shape under the water that does it when it happens. It just whoop. It's like just like if you were to take your fist underwater and push it up trying to break the surface tension but don't quite and then just pull it down and then that like shockwave just radiates back out.
Uh, if Orlike takes one of the flowers that he's grabbed and kind of walks to the edge of the pier and like holds it out towards the lake,
Mm-hmm.
does he see anything in the flower or?
Yeah, it's like looking it out. You see the flower like start to move as you hold it out, but then you also feel the wind kind of brush across your face. But otherwise, no, it doesn't seem to have any effect.
Okay.
Candace goes, what if we threw one of the flowers out into where it's been doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Candace just throws it out and like hits that area and waits for a second and then just like hits it and then just kind of rumbles, like floats off. Oh, what if it's tasty? Haven't you ever ate escargot? Dr. Saint, I need you to make a perception check. 24. You notice it just in time as you guys are kind of standing on the edge. You feel something bump your foot, and you look down and you see that a vine has started to curl around your ankle. And you notice it starting to happen towards Trudaz as well. And you guys like look over, like you, and then you also notice that one of the white flowers is starting to glow almost. And you kind of hear a which is a sound you guys are familiar with, similar to that jolt vines have made. And you see the plant start to like writhe out and shake, and you guys are like, oh shit. and the stops, and you guys just see where it's been doing that is this little shape just kind of form up out of the water, and you see this little almost like person just made of like water dripping just kind of floating out there, and it rushes towards you. And I will guys have you guys roll initiative in 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
Which you guys have seen a familiar counterpart to this thing, that being an earth elemental. This is a little bitty water elemental, which you guys have. It is not uncommon to know what an elemental is and looks like, but it's basically, as it like stands up, it's kind of just like an amorphous blob with like little arms that's about the size of Orlike and Dr. Saint. And it just, yeah. Basically, I was waiting for you guys to get like close to it and look at it, and I was going to have it like pop up and just go and spit water in your guys' face. But nobody was, that's why I was waiting. That's why I kept doing it. I'm like, just get just a little bit closer. But yeah, we'll pick up 2 weeks with you guys fighting a jolt vine and a water elemental.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, water or grass is always good on a water type.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll pick up there. Might have to stop to refuel the truck. But yeah, we gotta get that final D20. Ooh, gross. 4.
2.
15 Windsor. Nice.
Saints now.
I say I'm kind of thinking. I noticed Kansas has got a shitload of money, so maybe next time we go into town, getting ourselves a fucking turret to put on top of the truck.
Ooh.
Look like a rebel group in a Toyota Hilux. But yeah, I think we will pick it up there in 2 weeks with this battle, and then continue with the next 2.5 weeks of exploration that you guys still can do before you need to report back in. So I think I checked. There are 77 hexes in your guys' charter, the western half of this, and you guys have explored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 so far. And yeah, if you guys want to try to save up for an improvement or get some, collect some resources, we can always say you guys take a month or 2 off of exploring to kind of do that. So, but I feel like otherwise, if we kept walking, this was going to take forever. Because I was also going to tell you, after defeating that Electivore, technically you are halfway through book 1.
Nice.
So, I mean, you guys could totally do that. Because, yeah, I think it was... How deep is your lake? I mean, the lake is like 20 miles across. basically a 20 by 36 mile lake. I don't even know if that's technically a lake at that point, but it's a big boy.
Once we become friends with our water elemental buddy, we'll want to explore down under.
Yeah. He's probably friends with Jason Momoa. Yes.
Indeed.
All right. Well, yeah, I think that's where we'll call it. Pick it up in 2 weeks. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you later.